We appreciate y'all, man. Debatable episode 33.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
We are going to get this set up over here. Let me make sure I'm on. Oh, bang. See, this is what I did last time. Won't make that same mistake. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, debatable episode 33, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in. Yeah, man. I want to definitely shouts out to Biden for shooting down another high altitude object, as they called it, over Alaska.
He shot something else down.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know who's putting them things up there. It might be aliens, man. You just can't be shooting things down. Come on, man.
You never know, but we know now that Alaska and Russia are damn near connected, right? Ain't they connected? I think it's connected. Let me look that up real quick so I can confirm, but I know it's right next to it. I know that much. I know it's right next to it. Alaska and Russia. Okay, connected. Let me see. Connected. Let me see. Connected. Okay, the Bering Strait is a strait between the Pacific. Oh, the Bering Strait. You remember the Bering Strait? I used to hear that when I was young. They talk about the Native Americans came from China.
China came through the Bering Strait.
But they never talk about the Africans that came over first with, what's your man name?
Mansa Musa.
Yeah, even before that, the Olmecs and stuff like that, you know? So, let's see.
But think about it now.
Yep, go ahead, go.
Mansa Musa was voyaging before Christopher Columbus. Before Christopher got to Haiti, you had Mansa Musa that was coming through just doing this thing.
Yo, I ain't know how big Russia is. Russia's huge. But then again, they do shrink the size of
everything.
If they make what they want to be big.
You could fit Russia inside of Africa. You see how small Africa is?
Come on, you mean Russia? You mean Africa inside Russia? Ain't no way, bro.
You could fit Russia inside of Africa.
Yeah. No, this whole thing supposed to be Russia, man? Or it's only a part of that? It's only a part of that then, right? Because that's Moscow right there. What about all of that? And that's Alaska.
Where's Alaska?
Right here. That's Alaska. Okay, so let me see. There's a touch. A word connected at one time because a little word not actually connected. Okay, but either which way, it's close, man. The point is, it's really, really close. But either way, we don't know who that can be from. Yeah, man. But either which way, man, we know that Russia and America was supposed to be tight, right? I don't know what's going on. I know Denzel was playing a whole bunch of stuff earlier with Russia and
oh man, I had to figure this out because I want to understand what came first. You know what I'm saying? The what started the beef? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it started with Reagan. You know what I mean? During Reaganomics.
But I had to start before that because of the Cold War, right?
I'm just saying, when he went over there, he decided to tell the people to tear down the building, tear down the wall, the Berlin Wall, and then it was like a hot topic during the '80s. And he got the people to start knocking down the wall, and that was the end of the Soviet Union right then and there. So you had a young KGB guy named Putin, and he like, hold on, come over here and deal meddle with our politics. And he just left the KGB with a vengeance. Like, yo, look, I'm about to see what's up with these American guys. You know what I'm saying? And then it started with Georgia. The
country of Georgia.
The country of Georgia and the country of the Ukraine was about to be put into NATO by Bush, not Bush Senior, but Bush Junior. And Bush Junior was like, yo, look, we're about to abduct you guys and put y'all inside of NATO. And Putin was like, yo, Ukraine is not even a country. That's disrespected him back then. And then they didn't take him serious. So the first thing he did was smash out Georgia. And then when he saw that he was able to smash out Georgia, the country of Georgia, and the United States didn't do nothing, all right, you guys just, y'all just be pushing wolf tickets. Y'all ain't really about that life. And then that's when Biden, you know what I mean? This is a course of 30 years now. Mind you, this is within a span of 30 years, almost 40 years, when Biden was vice president for Obama, he goes over there, and Biden over there try to incite chaos by saying that it should be Democrat over here to a college. He goes to a college and start talking about the democracy and how it should be in Russia, and then before you know it, the population of the people just overwhelm the crimson. You know what I mean? Because now we're in a time of YouTube, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, we should be able to have the democracy and stuff like that. And you know, your man was like, "Oh, this is total disrespect. You don't come over here and just try to talk about your politics."
This Biden, right?
This is Putin, but that Biden is the one that went to the college and incited that. So, but Obama was the president,
Right.
But you know, Obama tried to keep everything calm, like, you know, we good, we ain't got no problem, no beef, whatever the case is.
Right.
So, a couple of months after that, Ukraine. And then it goes to another northern area, take another area of Ukraine, but it was by military showing not showing that they are Russian militaries, like, you know, these soldiers without no logos, soldiers without names, but everybody knew it came from Russia. So now Obama's about to leave, you know what I'm saying? So they're trying to get Hillary Clinton up in there. Russia invades the network through the internet, cyber war, and got your man elected.
Crazy.
Once he gets elected,
Crazy. But how did they penetrate the internet? What did they do? Like they
I mean, they utilize propaganda. Like, you know how you be having them. You know, like if you ever catch a cyber attack, you just got all these pop-ups. So a lot of pop-ups saying that, you know, pro Russia, pro this and pro that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, confuse the same system. When was the last time that happened again? During the time when they was taking over Iraq, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like a lot of cyber stuff that was telling the people to get it, to incite war, you know what I'm saying, to do this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? Which was by way of the internet, you know what I mean, by way of Facebook and the internet and things of that nature. So that's how they was able to overpower the votings and stuff like that for Bush, but it was more so through cyber. It wasn't really. They said that it wasn't even real votes. It was like, you know, fake votes that came in by way of Russia. So now once Trump is in office, Trump is in Russia with Putin, and they have the conversation. So they said the reporter asked Trump. It said that, you know, Putin was involved in, you know, messing with the ballots, messing with the voting. He said, man, I asked him. He said he ain't do it.
Right.
Trump said, yeah, I asked him. He said he ain't do it.
Right.
He said it wasn't. So I ain't got no reason not to believe him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, you know, Ukraine is not even a real country anyway. So, you know what I mean? So he's repeating.
That's what Trump said.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So now
when
Trump,
he was the president.
Yeah. So now
Crazy.
Trump is repeating the same thing
Crazy.
that Putin is repeating.
Crazy.
So it's like, okay, everybody know that, okay,
Crazy.
Putin is inside and wasn't Trump's wife from Russia?
Of course.
So it's like, you know, it was like, okay.
I mean, they really should have let him get Ukraine there, and there would have been no deaths.
There would have been no deaths.
If they would have said, look, let them get that space.
Yeah.
Right? And then we were talking to somebody about the whole NATO thing, and then he was saying that, Coley, he was saying that NATO doesn't have a, what's that thing called? A base. Because the whole thing is that Russia didn't want America to have close proximity with NATO, which is all of those allied forces or whatever.
Right. But you remember, it was Georgia and Ukraine.
Right, but there wasn't a base there. But the point was, I think there was conversation of creating a base there.
Right. Okay.
And that's what I found online when I researched. I was like, well,
I
thought I heard
subscribe,
what's it called, base there.
Ring that bell, ding. But the point of the matter is, you know, this Putin thing, Russia, it's been going on for a long time. This ain't nothing new.
Right.
Putin, he's just a chess player. He's just been watching America do his moves, play his moves, and then now America don't even know how close the population is to war. He just don't know somebody like Putin, because he's saying, yo, I got nukes And I ain't scared to use it. You know what I mean? I ain't bluffing. And you already know he ain't bluffing because he killed people over in Georgia just because of that conversation. And he killed people over in Ukraine just because of that conversation.
Right.
And what conversation we're talking about? Biden talking about, doing this, that, and the third. And then I'm taking Georgia, that's mine. And I'm taking over Ukraine, that's mine. What do you do about it? Nothing. If Trump becomes president again,
Right.
he's trying to come back.
It definitely is.
What does that mean? He's coming back in favor of who? Putin.
Oh yeah, of course. But see, Trump. I believe Trump. What Trump said. Now, if I get into office, then what?
There's no more beef.
I'm gonna stop the war.
Yeah,
Come on, man. I honestly, I believe him. That's his man. They already got close relations, so that's what they should be doing. If you ask me.
And what's being said is that it's not that Russia respect Putin. He don't respect Putin at all.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I mean, Putin don't respect Trump at all. He look at him like a person that he could just, control.
Putin.
Putin.
He
don't respect Trump.
He don't respect Biden either.
No, he don't respect nobody.
Okay.
He looked at Obama like a little boy. Like, oh, that's cute. Y'all got a nigga in front of me. That's cute.
Right. Crazy.
And how you know that is because of how they said his posture, how his gesture. He showed that he was an alpha man, an alpha male by opening up his crotch in front of Obama. Where a lot of the presidents or sophisticates, they'll cross their legs and show dignitary, whatever the case is, and diplomacy. The man Putin just opened up his legs, sat back, like this and this, showed him no respect at all.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But these are that's what the analysts said. You know what I'm saying? So basically, oh, it's cute. You got a black person in front of me.
It's all good.
I don't care about him either.
That's why the son. I ain't gonna go into it. But it is what it is, man. But yo, listen, man. It's not just America now with the violence and the rappers dying. This dude, AKA rapper, AKA out of South Africa, Durban, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Fatally shot. Everybody shouting him out right now. The DJ Black Coffee. He won the BT
he won
awards or something like that. You know what I mean? But he's behind. He's not the number one guy behind. What's that sound called?
I'm a piano.
I'm a piano. But he's one of the big guys behind it. Also, Nasty C. Remember we were talking about Nasty C? You know what I'm saying? Possibly booking him for the event out there in South Africa. Right. They all kind of showing love to him or whatever. But yo, killed, man.
Okay,
killed.
So this how
the same way they killing cats in America.
This how Russia would look inside of Africa.
Great, show that, man. You gotta show that, man. You gotta show that. No, I mean, yeah, make sure you. No, don't worry about that phone call coming in. Cause that is the camera. Yeah. See, but they don't show you that, man. They definitely don't show you that. They definitely. So, do you think that air thing is coming from Russia?
The balloons?
Yeah, no, not the balloon, but the most recent one, because that's Alaska.
Boom, there you go. That's a better one right there.
Yeah.
Boom, they're able to see Africa.
Yeah.
The glare wasn't letting me
so
see Africa.
You definitely fit two of them. Definitely a good two. A good two, right?
A good two what?
Russians can go on, almost two Russians can go in Africa. Definitely 1.5.
Well, I'm just saying that's the Russia's big.
But Africa's bigger.
Africa's definitely bigger. But guess what? Africa got 1 billion people. I don't think there's 1 billion people over there in Russia.
Definitely not. Hell no. I can tell you what the population is. Russia. I can tell you that right now. 140 million though.
140 million?
143 million.
But there's 40 million blacks in America.
143 million. That ain't a lot of people. Because there's 300 million in America, period. 200 million white people in America, right? 40 million black people in America. No, it's not a lot of people at all.
That's my point.
No, it's not a lot of people at all. So yeah, definitely. Come on, it's cold over there. Nobody want to be in Russia? Don't nobody want to be in Russia except Russians. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard nobody want to go on vacation to Russia. Only reason Brittany Griner went over there was for a check. Huh? Other than that, what was you going over there for?
You ain't got no business over there. And they're saying that, she might have been a spy anyway. That's why I put a close eye on her.
Probably was, because they used Rodman.
Rodman.
Come on, man. They ain't stupid. They ain't stupid. What you think about the South Korea? Because with all these geopolitics that we be talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about?
And
What you think about South Korea
real
buying
quick.
QC?
Hold on, real quick.
Is that going to be like a part of their diplomacy and their public getting messages out now, tapping into?
You're getting too deep.
Yeah, go ahead.
The reason why we're having this conversation with y'all, because battle rappers for smart people. We look at y'all as battle rappers as intelligent people. So that's why we're on this level of conversation with y'all. You know what I mean? But the QC conversation
Right.
is definitely
I think
heavy
it's all tied
public
in, bro.
diplomacy.
I think it's all tied in.
Definitely.
South Korea.
Definitely.
Come on, North Korea don't be playing no games. He trying to put his daughter on the front line right now.
And just to let y'all
You know that,
understand,
right?
who's doing it?
Kim Jong Un.
Oh yeah,
I guess
but just to let y'all know.
Prepare her. She gonna be the next ruler.
Just to let y'all know what's good on that, right? QC, quality control.
Right.
That's who man Migos.
That's the
Korea.
label.
They manage them?
Nah, it's the label. Yeah, they signed the QC.
Yes, they signed the
they
QC,
signed
but
the QC.
there wasn't a management.
I don't think so.
QC?
No, I think their managers are separate.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
they
usually that's a conflict of interest.
Usually. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So the label QC, quality control, had Migos. They are now owned. They still apart.
Yeah, they still got the Migos. That's the whole problem, man.
But we say your
Offset's
man-
won solo. He won a solo career. They just published because first of all he opened his mouth.
I thought that's why he wanted-
violated the NDA. He shouldn't have opened his mouth about the business, right?
Cool.
Offset. So that's the one thing. You shouldn't open your mouth. That's a violation. It's a non-disclosure to talk about the deal. Secondly, you can't go over anything that you try to release.
Also got killed, right?
Huh?
Offset.
Offset is no, bro.
Takeoff
got killed. man.
Takeoff got taken off. All right. No disrespect.
But what's it called? What was I saying?
Offset violated the NDA.
Yeah, he violated the NDA.
Right.
Quality control signed. I mean, what's it called? Quality control. We own all that. All that he's trying to release is a solo album. We own that. They own the masters to all of that.
Okay.
So they own him as a solo artist too.
Oh, right now.
Right now.
That's why I said
And the
had,
label.
because I know he's been trying to make moves as an individual.
And the label.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But the point is, South Korea has a company called what was it? Hybe? HYBE?
Yeah.
Hybe?
Yeah.
Hybe just bought quality control.
Right.
So the fact that they bought quality control, now they get to control the quality of music that comes out of
Black folk
The
in
label.
America. Huh?
black folks in America, which is the label.
Yeah.
Which
right.
is,
and which is
a different
influencing-
level.
But that's also influencing the white people. You follow what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's possibly the mindset behind
That's just like
it.
artificial intelligence with a DJ spin.
DJ who? Oh.
A DJ spin. I mean,
Okay, yeah, artificial intelligence making beats now, right?
Yeah, but
Did we talk about that on here? No, we
No,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
they making
Now
beats.
they able to make
They're
music.
making beats off of the joint.
Yeah.
Like right now, you can submit a beat. You
Yeah.
want the beat to sound like the latest Jeezy or whatever,
Yeah.
and you got the Jeezy beat. You know what I'm
That's a-
saying? You want
that's
the
a fact.
Migos beat. You give it to them. They're gonna duplicate
That's a
the beat.
fact.
They trying to take it out, but they ain't gonna be able to do it, man. It's bro. Listen, AI, and then really, they had the rapper. Remember they had the rapper.
Oh.
Was it Capital Music? Y'all don't remember that whole thing? A whole thing went on that they had the AI rapper, and then they took it down because they felt it was degrading the black people.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, bro. It's a whole thing around it. Because now AI, they could take my voice, they could create a whole podcast off of my voice, bro.
That's crazy.
They could create the whole podcast. It's about to be crazy. Like
about to be digital.
You're not gonna be able to know. You're not gonna know who's who. You ain't gonna know who. When they show you video, we ain't even gonna be able to believe video no more. Because they're gonna be able to manipulate the video. They're gonna be able to manipulate the audio. Y'all can look it up, man. I got this one guy I be watching. His name is Harmozy, the guy I told you about, right? Alex Harmozy. He got a video up right now. He's like, look, I told my employees, each one of them, to use AI to replace them.
Damn.
Yeah, like I want you to use AI to make your business more efficient, your particular department more efficient. You follow what I'm talking about? Yo, and then that's what it went into. He literally, they could use AI for him when he sent messages out to his investors for acquisition.com. he could take out the word and he could be like, "Hey, Ron, how you doing?" And then it goes into and AI is the one editing and putting the word Ron in there.
Crazy.
You follow what I'm talking about? John, Jeff, da da da. AI is doing all of that. Yo, it's about to get crazy.
Yo, what's that guy name?
XXX Temptation. Exactly.
Okay, so they saying that guy right there might have got some type of influence. His murder might have been influenced by Drake. And
you sure about that? You sure about that? Let me look it up. Drake and Temptation murder. Okay. Go ahead, Bill. I just want to make sure you're sure about that.
The fact of the matter is, they brought it into the court.
Okay, let's see.
And his lawyer was actually trying to create a ground for how, Drake was involved because, they had a whole thing going on between XX talking about Drake's mom was cute. And once he said his mom's cute, Drake kind of fired back and it was like a back and forth. And then right after that, dude got killed.
That's right. Kills him.
Oh, yeah. He actually made it be known, like, if anything happens to me, it was Drake. You know what I mean? So that's they might bring him in as a suspect.
Right.
So if they bring Drake in as a suspect, it's going to be pretty interesting.
But the reason that was done was because the defense attorney, that they just trying to throw a ploy to throw off the whole case.
Right.
They saying the defense attorney is say, hey, why didn't y'all bring up Drake? Because, you know what I'm saying, based on the fact that he said if anything happens to me, Drake did it. You feel me? You know what I mean? Then they were supposed to do their proper due diligence in investigating this guy. So that's to try to throw the case off.
Right.
Because that dude ain't had nothing to do with that.
No, he ain't had nothing to do with it, but the fact of the matter is
that they even throw his name in it.
Yeah, like, why would you throw my name?
Yo, Hassan Campbell. Did y'all see the Hassan Campbell comments about Jay Prince? All I can say is, it's on the New Academics. Listen, all I can say is, listen, that's different. That's different. That's all I'm going to say is that's different. Like, what be scaring me is that, listen, man, you just never know who's who in this whole thing. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, it's protected.
Who's who?
You can't be talking reckless and not
who's a federal agent.
Like
You don't know who's an implant.
I mean, that's what happened with Dr. York. There was a lot of federal agents.
That's not just him. Martin Luther King. Come on, man. You got COINTELPRO. You got to build up the whole.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey. The whole steamboat.
The Nation of Islam. They all come on. They had what's it called? COINTELPRO. Yeah. And then y'all seen it on what's the Black Messiah, was it
Black
called?
Messiah.
It was called something.
That was the Black
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, go watch that.
And that was all about what? What is it? Jeff Ford?
All about them coming in. Nah, that was about
Fred Hammond.
Yeah, man.
Fred
Hampton.
No, not Fred Hampton.
Yeah. About Fred Hampton, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. R.I.P.
All right, but it's his son right now that's running.
His son is definitely, I don't know about running anything, but he's definitely active.
He's an activist.
Yeah, exactly. But the point is, man, they doing the same thing with hip hop, bro. You don't even know, man. You don't even know, man. Right now, it could be a straight
hip hop police.
Now, forget about hip hop police, because hip hop police is just a task force. I'm talking about a straight what they call it? Covert operative rapping out here. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yo, listen, man, God ain't saying what they want. Look, man, like, they do what they want, man. The government do what they want, man. They control minds how they want to control minds. And you got to be able to think outside the box. If you don't think outside the box, you know what I'm saying? Because they know that the music, it affects everything from the way you think to your genetics. All sound affects so many things all across the board, man. You know what I'm talking about? So, come on, you think none of this is done, what's that called? Coincidentally or by chance. All of it is planned out strategically, man. Come on, they 40 years in advance. You know what I'm talking about? Technology-wise, what's it called, planning strategy-wise, they way in advance. They know what they're doing. That's how I look at it, man. So, so when I be seeing these different back and forths and these deaths and, I just be like, yo, man, you just don't know who's who and who put who where in order to incite what.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact, because, you just got to be able to really look at what's going on in the industry, because the whole thing with the industry right now is if you're not killing something, like you have to be. Well, that's the whole thing with drill music. If you're not really killing somebody, you're not really doing something, and
Right.
you're perpetrating the fraud. And perpetrating the fraud means you got to go out there and really catch a body, so you could be like,
Man,
and then rap about it. So it
Bro,
could,
I hope, because now that
what kind of
drill is so big in Ghana right now, right? And drill is big in Senegal, right? Drill is big in Africa right now. I'm praying that they don't take it serious like Americans do and get on that bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? Killing people and stuff like that over the music, you know what I mean? Like that really is a concern. Because when we was at the spot in front of what's that place called? Palm Springs.
Right.
You ain't hear the drill record? I thought it was Pop Smoke. It wasn't
Right.
Pop Smoke. It was what was that? It was a Liberian artist.
Wow.
Yeah. So
But see, what's deep about that? What's deep? You know what's deep about that? What's deep about that? Because of the continents is more heavily populated youth. I could see that being the agenda. Like,
Right.
get it over there, man.
Right.
Get them killing these.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the whole
Right.
thing
Cause
about it
confusion.
is, yeah,
Right.
Because there's a population control with the fact that we make babies
Right.
going crazy,
Right.
And they try with COVID,
right.
and COVID didn't do nothing.
Nah, definitely not.
Man, the cats have shook that off. Like,
Right.
what's that?
Yeah. But I don't think COVID was them. You follow? But then again, it might have been. I don't know. But yo, but I want to go on to the point where you're talking about where they cause chaos, because that's what's happening in Haiti right now.
Yeah, but
Haiti all over the place over there
yeah,
right
like
now.
over 100 gangs
Yeah.
right now. You know what I mean? But Haiti, Haiti always been, destabilized.
Right.
Hasn't been stable for forever. You know what I
Right.
mean? So they just powers that be. Because a lot of the times, you got one of the billionaires in Haiti. He does textile. He sells clothes or whatever the case is, and like
Haitian?
Nah, he's like he looked like he could be
Indian?
Venezuelan or
Okay.
Cuban or
white looking Spanish person.
yeah, Spanish person looking. But my point is, he could be the one that's saying, okay, I don't want this president, or he could be the one controlling, because he's a billionaire. The fact that once you get to a certain level of money, you know what I mean, you're able to control who comes in and who comes out, because you that dictates your taxes, that dictates how you doing business on a daily basis. So you're able to write that narrative. Yeah, so that's what's going on right there with Haiti.
That's crazy.
Over 100 gangs, you know what I'm saying? So, but here in Africa, or in Africa, it's a lot. The youth population is very young. So because the youth population is very young, I could see the drill being a part of a narrative to try to get these guys. Whatever's going to South Africa, it's
South Africa. We being exposed to how real it is right now. South Africa.
Yeah, because
it's wild out there.
It's a mirror image of America.
Yeah, that's
South
it.
Africa's a mirror of America.
Yeah, but not. I don't think even done purposely. It's the mirror is because European control, right? And then gun culture. You follow what I'm talking about? Racial disparity, right? But it's even worse over there because the minority is controlling the majority. Like that's you know what I'm saying? That's crazy over there. So now what somebody was telling us this, and I got to look it up. They said that if a white man in South Africa and a black person go apply for the same job, they have to give the job to the black person.
Wow.
It's written in the law that you're supposed to give. You follow what I'm talking about? The you know what I'm saying, the up on the black person. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You gotta get to the minority.
Yeah, you give them the advantage. You follow what I'm talking about? And then matter of fact, the guy that I was reading this book, the dude that do the whiskey, and I mean he worked for Diageo, he worked for Procter and Gamble, was CEO guy. I can't remember his name, right? But his whole thing was he was explaining how when apartheid was falling out, and when Nelson Mandela was coming in, they was putting all of these economic opportunity situations on the ground for blacks to come in and do business. You know what I'm talking about? So similar to how it's really, to me, that's just happening now. Even though we had what's that thing called when you could get a job? Affirmative action.
Right.
We had affirmative action, but what they done over the last, I would say 5 years, because of COVID and because of what's the guy that got killed over there in Minnesota? What's the guy that got killed?
George Floyd.
George Floyd. Now, bro, they definitely are giving loans. grant money. You follow what I'm talking about? They definitely giving you the account over a competing Caucasian agency. That's happening right now. That wasn't happening in the 90s, even with affirmative action. That wasn't happening in the 80s. That wasn't happening in the 2000s. You follow what I'm saying? Especially for black women, for black men and black, this is the best time ever. Like when it comes to going into business, going to getting accounts, getting, you know what I mean? All the above, advertising. They definitely want to show black face. Oh, we good. Nah, Black Lives Matter over here. We care. This and that. They all want to show that right now. You know what I'm talking about? But that was happening in South Africa already.
Right.
About 10 years ago.
Apartheid.
No, after apartheid. Apartheid is what suppressed everybody.
Right.
After apartheid, they wrote these different things into law. You follow what I'm talking about?
Right.
So that's been going on since the 90s. So they've had a little bit more advantage when it comes to that, even though obviously it's still more disparity over there. But again, with a majority over there. But the point is that the mirror is because, and it wasn't the Dutch people. It wasn't the Pilgrims Dutch.
The Dutch for what, South Africa?
For America. The Pilgrims was Dutch.
There was definitely some Dutch people
Right.
in New York.
Let me see. I think the Pilgrims was Dutch. Yeah. So it's the same people. It's the same Dutch people that went over into South Africa. It's the same Dutch people that came over into America. So, I mean, listen, man. So that's why content has to be some intervention. It has to be us, you know what I'm saying, propagating to talk about more than just killing each other on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a vast amounts of stuff that we could talk about. Look what we talk about Russia just on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? We talked about everything from, you know what I'm saying, the missile, whatever whatever they had over Alaska to balloon over there. Like it's so much. It's nothing. It's about putting it in rhyme form.
Right.
But we got to figure out how to make it the norm and how to get the young generation feeling like it's cool, you know what I'm saying, and really supplanting the other content with this new content that would be more progressive, if that makes sense.
No, it makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense. The main thing right now is that we're in a position where we have a lot more control than we think because of the fact that we control the narrative when it comes to music. We control the narrative when it comes to fashion. You know what I mean? We have to understand that evil is fair seeming. You know what I mean? Like, they make bad to look good. They don't create a switcheroo. And, I just found out something that was like really crazy. Like, gold is $62 a gram. Some platinum is like $39 a gram. But melanin, our melanin, right? Everybody got melanin in their eyes, their brain, their tongue.
Right.
But we have an excess amount of melanin. Melanin is $400 a gram.
How the hell are they getting it?
I mean, but it's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? But it's crazy that whole thought process. So I just bring that up to say that, when it comes to us as a value, as a people,
Crazy.
we have the ability to change the course of our story. Because we are who we are. We just got to go ahead and get to it, step to it. And as we step to it, because what are we? We steppers, right? We claim to be these steppers, right? So as a stepper, you got to step to the fact that we got to change this narrative, man. Just right from now.
Yeah, now I got to find out where do they get melanin sold in pharmaceuticals, right?
Right.
Where they extracting that from? Yeah, not sort of.
I'm thinking
$380 a gram.
I'm thinking dead bodies. I mean,
Google it.
If it's from dead bodies,
The melanin sites. Go ahead, I'm listening.
if it's from dead bodies, then I can see why. Another reason why is that
They used to eat the dead bodies. Remember that, right? When they used to go into the pyramids, y'all. I don't know if y'all know. They was eating. They was going in. They was eating the people eating the mummies because they said that it was gold dust. And they was probably going for the melanin too.
Yeah,
because the melanin was still there because of
liquid gold.
Sheikh Diop did the melanin dosage testing.
Right.
You follow what I'm talking about, of the mummies in Egypt to
Right.
prove that they were dark Africans. But yeah,
I'm just saying, man. Like once I peeped that, like $400 a gram.
no, that's crazy.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
it just changed just okay, bro.
That's
Like
crazy.
we out here walking around
That's
here.
crazy.
Before you could get
So
to the
okay,
Louis
so
Vuitton. I mean, you walk out here booty ball
okay,
naked, butt naked, bro.
Hold up.
All you gotta do
Hold up.
is
How much I weigh?
you guys wait.
How much
All
I
you gotta
weigh?
do is weigh yourself.
Okay, let me
man.
see. Yo, okay,
You know
no,
what
hold on. I
mean?
gotta
And then this is why they mad.
Hold up,
man.
damn, I'm gonna die, damn.
This is why they mad, bro.
Okay, so
This
what's
is why they
kilograms? I
mad.
probably weigh like 70 kilograms, right?
This is why they mad.
70,
why they
right?
mad.
Is it 70 kilograms? Yeah, right, 70. Okay, so, okay, wait, 380 times 70 kilograms would be what? Like 7,000 grams, right?
Man.
Huh?
All I know, we out here.
That's 2 mil. That's 2.6 million. But I think my math is off. We're gonna come back and definitely get you get right on the math.
I always
Right.
knew that a human body is worth $9 million dead.
Right.
Like the body parts, the
Right.
liver, this,
The eyes, yeah, all that, yeah.
When you assess all that, it's about $9 million.
Yeah.
So now if you take that $9 million value, and then you add the melanin, because it could be $9 million any human body, Chinese,
Right. Kiss was right? He said the rappers are worth more dead than alive. I got
a gram of melanin is 380.
Yeah, but 400. Let's go 400. I'm sorry, I saw 380. I had to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, if
That's
it's
crazy.
$400, then my point is that's your value. You know what I'm saying? So with that value, you have the ability to change the course of this narrative. That's you know what I mean. And I just went all the way up there. I went to the top floor to come all the way back down to the first floor. Let y'all know we can change the course when it comes down to this drill.
Yeah, all we gotta do is
because all you're doing is shooting yourself down for what?
Fact.
To give them $400 a gram multiplied by your weight.
Especially if you're investing in artists, bro. Like once you invest in musicians, we could tell them to rap about what we want them to rap about. You hear me though? Yeah, bro. If I'm putting up the budget, and that's
what
y'all about
they
to
doing.
see, bro. Y'all about to see, man.
What they
We about
doing.
to show y'all what we talking about with this whole content intervention
And
thing.
what
But
it-
listen,
yeah,
if I'm putting up the budget and I run the label, if I'm talking about, you definitely rapping about something I want to hear.
Absolutely. And again, we're only having this
and I don't want to hear
conversation.
about you killing nobody.
And
Right.
We're only having this conversation
Right.
because
And I want it to be hot.
rappers, battle rappers specifically are intelligent guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
That's a
main reason
fact.
why we're having this conversation.
fact.
Because a lot of the times you speak to some people, it is fly.
Yeah, no, it's
Battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? We figure that y'all intelligent, so we actually want to build with y'all.
Nah, that's
you know
it,
what
man.
I'm saying?
And we appreciate y'all. Come back tomorrow. We'll be here every day. We're doing it at the same time. Share, like, debate. Anything you disagree with, post it on the comments. Definitely check out Debatable vs. Saigon. And we got more coming. New World Order 4 coming soon. Thank you, y'all. Peace.